I am Epaminondas, son of Polymnus, a Theban by birth and a soldier by destiny. Though Thebes was not the greatest of Greek city-states when I was born, I swore to see it rise beyond the shadows of Athens and Sparta. I dedicated my life to the art of war, the wisdom of philosophy, and the pursuit of justice for my people. In my youth, I sought knowledge as much as strength, and in my studies, I became a student of the philosopher Lysis of Tarentum, a follower of Pythagoras. He taught me not only the principles of mathematics and harmony, but also the virtues of discipline and self-restraint. These lessons would guide me as I rose to lead my city. I learned that war is not merely the clash of swords and shields, but the balance of strategy, foresight, and reason. It is not always the strongest who prevail, but those who think beyond the battlefield, who grasp the deeper truths of power, honor, and governance. For too long, Thebes was humiliated, bound by the chains of Spartan hegemony. The Spartans placed their garrisons in our city, treating us as vassals rather than equals. But we Thebans are not meant for servitude. When the time came, we struck back. I was among the exiles who returned in 379 BCE, leading the conspiracy that freed Thebes from Spartan occupation. That night, we reclaimed our city in a carefully planned assault. Disguised, we entered the homes of our oppressors and struck them down. Blood flowed in the streets, but Thebes was free once more. I vowed that never again would we bow to foreign rule. Thebes would no longer be a pawn in the games of greater powers. It would be a power unto itself. The hour of reckoning came in 371 BCE at the Battle of Leuctra. The Spartan king Cleombrotus led his army against us, expecting yet another victory to assert their dominance. But I had devised a strategy they had never seen before. Rather than fight in the traditional phalanx formation, I staggered our lines, concentrating our strength on the left flank, where our sacred band, our finest warriors, would strike with overwhelming force. As our line advanced at an angle, the Spartan phalanx crumbled. Their famed hoplites, once thought invincible, were shattered. The unbreakable warriors of Sparta fell before us, their king among the slain. Never before had Sparta suffered such a defeat, and never again would they stand as the unchallenged power of Greece. Yet my work was not finished. To truly break Sparta, I led my army into the Peloponnesus, a place where no enemy had dared march since the days of the Persian invasions. There, we did what no Greek state had done before. We freed the Helots, the enslaved people who had toiled under Sparta's rule for centuries. We built the city of Mycenae and fortified it, ensuring that Sparta's power would never recover. The land they had once ruled through oppression was now lost to them forever. This act was not merely a military maneuver, but a moral imperative. The chains of servitude had been broken, and with it, the foundation of Spartan supremacy. They had built their empire upon the backs of slaves, and now that foundation was shattered. But war and politics do not yield to a single victory. The alliance I forged began to waver, for the Greek world is one of shifting loyalties and ever-changing alliances. Athens, once a supporter, now looked upon our rise with suspicion. Sparta, though weakened, still harbored ambitions of revenge. And Macedonia, in the north, was beginning to stir. In 362 BCE, a final confrontation loomed. Sparta, Athens, and their allies gathered to oppose me at Mantinea. Once more, I led the Theban army into battle, and once more we prevailed. Yet victory came at a cost. In the heat of battle, as I charged alongside my men, a Spartan spear found its mark. It pierced my side, and I fell from my horse. As the battle raged around me, I was carried from the field, my lifeblood seeping into the earth. As I lay dying, I asked only one question: have we won the battle? When my men assured me that we had, I knew my purpose was fulfilled. With my last breath, I commanded that Thebes continue its struggle for our people's freedom and honor. I refused to have the spear removed, knowing that without it, I would bleed out instantly. Instead, I awaited the final moment with a dignity befitting a leader who had given his life for his city. As the light faded, I knew that Thebes had secured its place in history. I did not live to see Thebes rule Greece, but I knew I had reshaped its destiny. Sparta would never rise again as it once had, and the old balance of power was shattered. My name may not be spoken as often as those of the Athenians or Spartans, but those who understand war, who know the tides of history, will remember me. I, Epaminondas, brought justice to Greece and glory to Thebes. Beyond the battlefield, I had forged something greater than victories. I had established a new order. I had proven that strategy and intellect could overcome brute force, that justice and freedom were ideals worth fighting for. Thebes, under my guidance, had reached the heights of its power. I had fought not for myself, but for my people, for the enslaved who longed for freedom, for the dream of a Greece where no single city ruled over all. As I leave this world, I know that my life has not been in vain. My enemies will speak my name in hushed voices. My allies will recall my courage, and the free people of Greece will walk a path that I helped pave. Though time may erode the walls of our cities, though history may shift its gaze to other heroes, I remain in the annals of those who defied tyranny, who stood against impossible odds, and who reshaped the world in their own vision. I am Epaminondas of Thebes, and my legacy endures.